Hi, this is Charles Hackner. Just wanted to take a few minutes to give you a quick overview of your syllabus. Let's start off at the top. Let me point out these five numbers right here. This five-digit number is your course code. So if you hear me referring to a five-digit course code, that's what I'm talking about. You'll use this when you send me an email or if you send me a text. Please include that information. If you're sending me an email, be sure you put that five-digit course code in the subject line of your email. All right. If you go down to the left-hand navigation bar here and click Course Syllabus, Canvas will present you with this page. So the first thing I'll point out is the CV button. For those of you who like to review the resumes of your instructors, you can do that by clicking this button, and Canvas will present you with the instructor's resume. All right, so let's take a quick look through the syllabus. I'll just cover the high points here. The first part is all the detail about your section. You probably already have that. The next part here is my contact information. You've got my email address and you have my cell phone. So if you have something going on, if you need some help or something's bothering you, just send me an email. Please be sure to include your five-digit course code in the subject line of that email. If you're going to send me a text, please be sure that you include your name and your five-digit course code so that I know who you are. All right, so let's scroll down a little bit further. All right, let's look at your textbook information. Your textbook for this class is called Statistical Techniques in Business and Economics. The author is Lind. It's published by McGraw-Hill, and we're working on the 19th edition. Now, you don't need to go to the bookstore to buy this because it's included in Connect. So when you register for Connect, and that's pretty easy, there's a link on that, you'll have access to the textbook. All right, let's scroll down here just a little bit more. And this is information that everybody is interested in. It's the answer to the question, what am I graded on? So I've provided all of that information in this little grid here. Let's start at the top. We'll provide information on the chapters that we'll cover. Here are the due dates for each of the graded activities. Here are the points assigned to homework, the quiz points, exam points in this column, written assignment points in this column, and finally on the far right-hand side, you've got the total points available for each of these graded activities. Now, I've got the course divided into three parts. So the first part of your class will cover chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4. Please note that the due date for all of the materials, all of the work associated for these chapters is Valentine's Day. And you can see the homework points, the quiz points, and so on. All right, so the end of the end of part 1 is an exam. Exam 1 will be available to you February 15 and 16. That's a weekend. All right, so let's just scroll down a little bit further and look at the part 2 graded activities. You start off with written assignment 1. Please remember that critical thinking case study, that work is a prerequisite for the written assignments. So March 9 is the due date to have that material to me in my inbox. It's 200 points. And if we go on and look at the chapters that are related to part 2, we're talking about chapters 5, 6, 7, and 8. The due date to have all of that work done, the homework and the quizzes, etc., is March 21. And the exam number 2, will be available to you on the weekend of March 22 and 23. Again, 100 points. And finally, the third part of the class will cover chapters 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Please note the due dates for all of that work is May 2nd. And at the very bottom, we've got the written assignment number 2 that is due to me in my inbox on May 4. And that's worth 200 points. And as I said before, the prerequisite for completing this work is completing that critical thinking case study work. And finally, exam 3, which covers all of these chapters in part 3, that will be available to you on May 3 and 4. Again, 100 points. All right, so I would strongly encourage you to plug this information into your calendar so that you can keep up with when work is due, because I'm leaving it up to you to manage your time and hit these due dates. A lot of times folks will send me an email or call me and ask, how am I doing? Well, you can calculate that yourself. The way you calculate the grades in general is you take the total points you've achieved year to date, divide that by the total points possible year to date, and that'll tell you how you're doing. You can also click the grades tab over here, and that will also tell you how you're doing year to date. And of course, I've had people call and say, where can I find my scores? Well, you can certainly find your scores inside McGraw-Hill Connect. And of course, your scores are included in the gradebook. All right, well, that's all I have for you today. I'll catch you later. Thanks.